Captain Quang, Tuan, today we will look at Rule 27 in COLREG 72, which relates to sound signals in conditions of restricted visibility. This is crucial for ensuring safety at sea. Are you familiar with this rule? Third Officer Tuan, sir, I'm not very clear on it. I understand that we need to emit sound signals, but I don't know the specifics. Captain Quang, in conditions of restricted visibility, both during the day and at night, power-driven vessels making way must emit one prolonged blast every 2 minutes. If a power-driven vessel is underway but has stopped and is not making way, it should emit 2 prolonged blasts in succession, with about a 2-second gap between them, every 2 minutes. Third Officer Tuan, what about other types of vessels, Captain? Captain Quang, vessels not under command, restricted in their ability to maneuver, sailing vessels, fishing vessels, and vessels towing or pushing another must emit 3 successive blasts, consisting of 1 prolonged followed by 2 short blasts every 2 minutes. Anchored vessels, especially those over 100 meters in length, must ring a bell rapidly for about 5 seconds every minute and may also emit 3 successive blasts, consisting of 1 short, 1 prolonged, and 1 short blast, to indicate their position and the potential risk of collision to other vessels approaching. Third Officer Tuan, what about other situations, Captain? Captain Quang, the last vessel in a tow, if there is more than one, must emit 4 successive blasts, consisting of 1 prolonged followed by 3 short blasts every 2 minutes. Vessels in a composite unit, such as pushing ahead or towing alongside, are considered as a power-driven vessel and must emit signals as prescribed for a power-driven vessel making way or not making way. Captain Quang, Tuan, to understand regulations 28 and 29 clearly, we need to pay attention to additional signals for fishing vessels and the technical characteristics of sound signal devices. This is important to ensure safety and avoid collisions during navigation. Third Mate Tuan, yes, Captain, I would like to know more about these signals. Captain Quang, according to Regulation 28, regarding signals for fishing vessels, we need to distinguish different situations clearly. When setting nets, the vessel must display 2 white lights in a vertical line. When hauling nets, there should be a white light above and a red light below. If the nets are fastened, then 2 red lights are displayed in a vertical line. For pair trawlers, at night, a searchlight should be directed towards the other vessel, and the corresponding lights should be displayed when setting, hauling nets, or if the nets are fastened. Third Mate Tuan, what about vessels using drifting nets, Captain? Captain Quang, vessels using drifting nets will display 2 yellow lights in a vertical line, and they should alternate flashing. This only applies when the vessel is hampered by fishing gear. Third Mate Tuan, and about Regulation 29, what about sound signaling devices, Captain? Captain Quang, very important. The whistle must have a fundamental frequency between 70 to 700 Hz and the audible range depends on the length of the ship. We also need to pay attention to the sound pressure level and the audible distance of the signal. For example, ships of 20 meters and above must ensure a sound pressure level at 1 meter of not less than 130 decibels. Bells and gongs must ensure a sound pressure level of at least 110 dB at a distance of 1 meter. Third Mate Tuan, thank you, Captain, for the explanation. I will study this thoroughly and apply the knowledge.
Thank you for following and supporting the website Crewvn.com.